In our next step, we are going to do the progressive tax model. This is our progressive tax model. And let's fill this up according to the question. Now, the headings have been given for us. So we are going to use chargeable income as the value or the ID that we are going to refer to. So the first chargeable income, what's the lowest amount a person can earn is 0. And the tax rate is 0%. The amount of because there's no previous base tax, there's no previous taxes. So the amount of base tax is 0. In the next case, the next interval is between 5,001 to 50,000. Remember, we have to deduct 1 from the first column because our interval, the 5,000, refers to the base tax. Our first 5,000, we are looking at not at the lowest closest bracket, which is the 5,000. This 5,000 refers to the base tax here. All right. And it also, this 5,000, anything above it, we have to minus this. Right? Remember this? We have to minus the lowest closest bracket. Thus, we have to minus 1 from here. The tax rate for here is 11%. And the previous amount of taxes that we pay for the previous bracket is actually 0 because the previous tax rate is 0 amount. In the next interval is between 50,001 to 70,000. It is 50,000. All right, remember to minus 1. And the percentage is 19%. The base tax is 4950. How do I get 4950? I get 4950 is 50,000 minus 5,000 multiplied by 11%. Right? And add the previous tax bracket of base tax of 0 amount. All right, so this is the formula for getting the base tax of 4950. So we do the same thing for the next tax bracket, 70,000. Tax rate is 24% and it's 8750. Again, the same thing. How do I get this? 70,000 minus 50,000 times 24% times 19% plus the previous amount that I've already calculated, which is 4950. After that, anything above 100,000, I multiply by 26%, and I have all the previous tax calculation of 15,950. All right. In the question, it didn't ask us to calculate the base tax. All right, that was already given. So I'll just deduct this. So this will come up with the VLOOKUP table. All right, so we are answering the question on the part A, draw the VLOOKUP table. The next one we have to do is to come up with the VLOOKUP formula. Basically, we are going to use this process. So we are going to use the taxable income less the closest bracket multiplied by the tax rate at that appropriate tax interval and add with the base tax for that interval. Now, our taxable income is 80,000. We minus the lowest closest tax bracket is 70,000. and we multiply by the 24%, because the lowest closure bracket is 24%, and then add the base tax of 8750. Now we are going to use multiple VLOOKUP. All right, this formula calls for multiple VLOOKUP. So we have to use VLOOKUP for the lowest closest tax bracket, which is in the first column. We have to use the tax rate again at 24%, another VLOOKUP, and we have to use another VLOOKUP to refer to the base tax. So in other words, we have to use 3 VLOOKUP formulas to refer to all the columns in the VLOOKUP table. All right, let's write the VLOOKUP formulas over here, and then I'll enter the formulas here. Now VLOOKUP, the first one is the taxable income. Taxable income is at C24. All right. Now the VLOOKUP, the first one, it has to return the first column. So VLOOKUP C24 value, and then the location of the table is at A16 to C20. Thank goodness we are not going to copy down or copy across. So there's no need to lock the table location. We're going to return the first column. All right, we want the 70,000. The next VLOOKUP will refer to the tax rate. So again, VLOOKUP C24, which is the taxable income. Table location again. And this time it refers to the second column, to 24%. Right, you can put true, or you can leave it optional. Add with the base tax. So we are now going to the third part, which is using VLOOKUP to get the base tax. So it's VLOOKUP C24, the table location A16, C20, returns the column, and is approximate matching. So this is the formula in cell C25. Okay, let's enter the formula. C24 minus the VLOOKUP for A16 to C20 returns the first column is true, multiply by VLOOKUP again. We need to close the bracket, multiply by VLOOKUP again. C24 in the same table location here. This time returns the second column and is approximate, or you can leave it empty and add with the base tax. C24, again the same table location, returns the third column and is approximate match. To summarize, we are using 3 VLOOKUP formulas to determine the answer. In the first VLOOKUP formula, we are obtaining the chargeable income. And we are going to ask Excel to return the first column of the values. We use this to deduct from the taxable income. In the second VLOOKUP formula, we are using it to obtain the tax rate at that appropriate interval. And in the third VLOOKUP formula, we are using it to obtain the base tax of all the previous tax calculation for that tax bracket. Please go back and revise and or pause the video at any time. You may need to go through this video many times because this is a complex example of different interval rates for the different VLOOKUP.